So I'm currently on good terms with everybody in the group right now. Tony and I don't really have an issue. Danielle and I are back on the same page, it seems. So, and I'm not fighting with Marcus or anything either. Even Melissa, she's still annoying, but she's not like in my business right now, so that's good. But I'm kind of noticing a lot, like, because I don't have any active issues in the group right now, I'm noticing some things going on. Like, I'm noticing people trying to, like, move each other like chess pieces. Like, I see Annie, who I personally think, I love Annie, but I personally think that Annie is one of the greatest chess players of all time. I think that she's extremely calculated. She knows what she's doing. And I think I think Annie's manipulative, but like in a way that I can respect, because I think she knows how to get the desired result. But I do think it's really odd that Melissa would confide in Annie like another, like, we went through this last year. Like, Jessica confided in Annie about something just to see if she could trust her. Now this year, Melissa is repeating the exact same thing. It's like Melissa is like this carbon copy of people from last year. She's like a Taylor, she's like a Jess, she's like a Jack even. She's like so many, Leslie, she's like so many different people like in one. So it's just really interesting to see her like doing the exact same thing that Jess did to Annie. And did Annie betray her confidence by coming to me? Yes, but at the same time, I think Annie was having my back in the situation. So I'm watching them play each other because, I mean, I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid the way that Melissa did that in the first place. But I'm watching that. I'm like, okay. And I'm watching Annie get really defensive about stuff too. And I'm like, okay. I'm watching Marcus and Meg's friendship really cause an issue between Meg and Mel. Whether Mel, I feel like, is in denial about how Meg feels about her. And I feel like that's something that's always happened. I feel like since the two of them came into our group as friends, I think that they have very different, it's kind of like Jess and Keisha last year. I feel like they have very different ideas of where their friendship lies. I think Melissa is a lot more invested in the friendship than Meg is, and I think that this friendship that has happened right now, this budding relationship between Marcus and Meg off cam, I think is really putting a wedge into Melissa and Meg's friendship, regardless of what either of them say. Like, you can see it. And I think that I actually find Meg to be a little fake. I think that as much of a wackadoo that Melissa is, I think Meg is definitely tells people like what they want to hear depending on who she's talking to. She's very Jess, like Taylor, like when it comes to that. Like, you see her when Mel left, it was like she told all of us like, blah blah blah, screw Mel, she's crazy, I didn't realize that we weren't really that good friends. And then she's telling Mel like, oh, like blah blah blah, like she was just playing both sides of the fence. And I think that Marcus is going to get tired of that eventually. And I know that there's a narrative going around right now that Marcus just wants to like sleep with her, and that's why he's talking to her. I don't necessarily like agree with that opinion, but I know that that is a prevalent opinion amongst the cast. So I don't know, but I'm watching on the outside, and I'm watching Danielle go after Meg, and I'm watching Tony and Saleana kind of lay low a little bit. I don't know what they're up to, cooking up some sort of scheme. It's really kind of interesting to see how everybody is playing it, but I'm watching. And I mean, if people want to come for me, like, I will strike at any time.
So we're going on our final week of LCA season 2. And all I can say is that this season has taught me, don't trust anyone but yourself. Everybody has their own prerogative. Everyone is looking out for themselves, and that is it. People will be your friend, and then the next minute you'll find out they're talking shit, or they're doing something plot against you. And it's just fucking like, don't trust anyone but yourself. That's all I can say that I've learned from this season. Everyone is shady. Every fucking person in this group is shady as fuck. So that's what I've learned from this fucking season. And to say, speak your fucking piece. Speak your mind. And everything is recorded. So if you want to lie about shit that you have on camera, you're gonna look stupid. No matter who the fuck you are. Because it's recorded. We're gonna see it. Everything's gonna get exposed. That tea is gonna get spilt. So I don't know why people keep forgetting that. But whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure what this last week's going to bring. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure if we're all going to wrap up our issues with people, in a nice little bow-tied package, or if we're all just going to fucking hate each other by the end of the week. But I feel like it's probably going to be the latter. So, I don't know. everyone, I don't know. I'll be happy to get a break from all these people, honestly, because it's just exhausting dealing with this much drama and lies and shade and just craziness every fucking day. And, I'm good. I'm good for a little bit. My teacup is full. It's good. My drama-ness is like, I'm content with it. I'm good. So, yeah. I'm gonna go to work now and see what the fuck. There's some craziness going on in the chat right now with Marcus saying something. Who the fuck knows what? Because Marcus is always saying something, so we'll see. May the odds be ever in my fucking favor, because fuck everyone else.
So Tony and Danielle are not here, and I just feel like they both critique other people for not doing things and not showing up to do stuff in this group. But where are they? Like, they're not here. I'm gonna add Marcus. He seems to be available. He'll do it, and he'll love to like trash on them. So this will be a great conversation.
Considering one of the things we were supposed to address was apparently Danielle talking trash on us. So.
Oh yeah. I feel like you misconstrued exactly. I worded it weird, so I get that like you got it weird. But like when she said you were being fake, she didn't mean that you were like fake, like faking it to Marcus. She said that she meant you were like fake in general, like fake because of when Melissa left.
The playing part.
But like, how is she? She's going into this. She's supposed to go into this chat tonight with people who are already criticizing her for not doing anything and criticizing her for like getting protected by me and all of this by me. But here she is not showing up because she wants to tell me like 10 minutes before, like 20 minutes before her chat that she's going to an Ariana Grande concert instead. But she didn't even say instead. She was just like, oh, I might be going to this concert. And now she wants me to feel bad for her that she got scammed. And I really don't.
So she's still not showing up?
No, she's going to the police station to report it.
Whatever, so.
Yeah, and then Tony's not showing up because he's a loser anyway, so who cares? Honestly, Tony today was like, because I told him like what you had said about how there was like a double standard with you, and he was like, well, she's like sucks boring. I'm chill and like I do add stuff. She just sits there and does nothing. But like, who's here tonight? Not Tony.
What does Tony do? He sits there. He just sits there and eats half the time.
Ride Saleana.
He'll just eat.
Not that Selena's really doing like a lot right now either, but like, oh my god, this whole like final week, like honestly, is like riding on the fact that you guys are friends right now. Like that's like what everybody's got going for them.
the big twist ending.
Well, I was telling her before this that I want to film when we're together next month.
Yeah, that would be. And you want me to like retroactively add it in?
Yeah, like towards the end. It's kind of it's weird from it's like my last season ended with footage with Charlene, right. And now I'm like want to come like full circle and have like, oh, look at happy ending fucking to all the drama and the fighting.
Right. Which that footage is going to trigger Mel.
Yeah. And so I figured rather than us just like say it, like have like footage air, and then it's like.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, well, while we're here, and like this is not at all how I wasn't. You and me weren't even supposed to be in this tonight. But while we're here, what do you think about Mel going to Annie and like trying to like get stuff on you?
Well, I get that, like, from what you guys said and how the chat went, it got twisted and whatever. It made it seem worse than it was, but she went to her nonetheless.
Right.
Like, something tells me, like, that's not the only person she might have gone to. Like, she's...
I don't think that's what got twisted. I think it got twisted, like, her talking about Annie is what, like, got twisted. Like, that's not how it went down. But, like, she definitely was inquiring about you. I've seen the screens. Meg, have you seen all the screenshots? Yeah, like, yeah. Did you send them to Marcus?
No, I did not.
I mean, you basically told me the gist of it, and I get that.
It was definitely Annie was trashing you a lot in the messages.
That's what I see. And Annie doesn't like to bring that part up.
Well, no, Annie would never do anything that would make herself look bad.
And especially anything directed towards me that's like public.
Right.
She's
Right.
directing us information. She's not giving opinions. These are things that you did that we need to
But
watch
it's not
out
even
for.
like it's Annie's like twisted spin on what Marcus did in the past. It's not even like the facts. And Annie shouldn't speak on something when she wasn't even present for the whole like scope of Jack and Marcus's friendship. Like Annie
And
came
after
in
the
a month
like
later.
in retrospect, like after reunion, I think like the whole situation made her look a lot worse than me. Like I came
With
out,
Jack? Yeah.
yeah, like just like yeah, it is what it is. But like after the whole reunion, like it was all her looking bad. Like that
Yeah.
the whole everything between us just totally came to a head with me coming out looking way better.
I agree with that for sure. And especially like our experience with Jack in the house.
Yeah.
Nobody besides Anthony really had a positive experience with her. That's where
Well,
I
like,
agree with Danielle. I think that you definitely made a conscious effort to distance yourself from Mel when you thought she was not coming back, which is the same thing that Annie did last year with Leslie. And I felt like that was kind of fake because when she came back, you kind of like tried to like wash that away as if you didn't do it on the level you did, and that wasn't cool.
that wasn't what I was trying to do, really. Like I
That's
was
what you
trying to say,
succeeded
like,
in doing.
okay, well, because what I was trying to say, because it sounded like you guys were saying, like, I hung out with her all the time, and that we
That's
were
what
like that close.
she made your friendship seem like. It was you guys were giving two very different stories.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to set straight, was that we aren't like always together kind of thing, but we are close emotionally. Like, so when there's something big, she tells me. Like, I don't know
So
all the little.
if she thinks that you guys are closer than you really are, though, how far-fetched of a claim is it to say that she's jealous of your friendship with Marcus?
I guess that
I mean, she
wouldn't
was
be
pretty
like that.
obsessed with Marcus for like weeks. Like she wanted to be his hero, be his savior. She wanted to die on the cross for Marcus Rogers.
Does.
And so that's not the friend that she gives me. Like she tells, like, all the friend that she gives me, like, she can't stand Marcus and all this stuff. Like,
Well, her vagina says something else.
I'm gonna go ahead and address some of the other shit that's been going on. I'm just gonna address it in like one big swoop. Okay. As far as the other bullshit that like has been built, like it's a series of events that don't even connect, that you guys have made connect because you want it to fit some kind of storyline bullshit. This Marcus thing, you don't get it. I don't fucking care about him. I don't. Me asking the wrong person about him was actually to protect Megan. You guys can take it and twist it however you fucking want to, but she was already went through enough shit. She doesn't need some fucking pretend nice guy who is really just a douchebag, a wolf in fucking sheep's clothing. She's had enough of that. I don't care whether she's standing up for me in the oomph degree that I'm doing it for her. That I'm not like everybody else where I need, constant validation from my friends. Like, I care. Maybe I care more than her. That's fine. Like, that's my personal fucking choice. If you don't like it, you don't have to, But I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sit here and, like, bring up what exactly happened with her. But I was there with her throughout that all. So, she even understands why I did what I did. So, like, it's not for y'all to understand. Nobody gives a fuck, okay? And as far as, like, people turning on me and shit, I don't really care. I don't care. After this is over, I don't have to talk to any of you guys ever again. So, like, it doesn't... I don't live and breathe LCA. You know what I mean? I don't make up shit just to have a narrative. I don't make up shit to make myself relevant. I don't have to, okay? So, I feel bad for you guys that have to do those types of things. I feel bad for all your shady asses, but I don't need to be like that. I'm sorry that you guys feel that necessity. Now, y'all can take it personally and say, oh, I'm talking shit about all y'all. Take it how you will. I'm just being real right now. I'm fucking sick of the childish shit because there's really no fucking point to it. None. Like, it is super childish and high schoolish. So, my advice to everybody, grow the fuck up. That's it. Grow the fuck up. You don't have a right in other people's lives to sit there and say shit. Me and Meg had a friendship beforehand, whether it was as close as y'all like think it is or whatever y'all want to say about it. I don't give a fuck. You don't know anything. You know what we've allowed you to know. That's about it. Have a good night.
Kind of made a little amends with Mel. I don't trust her. I don't per se like her. I don't per se we're friends. It's just more of a like an agreement that I'd like, lighten up. I think Esperanza is an awful person. I opened up and I told her that I've been going through some things, trying to conceive myself, and she made an elaborate lie of being pregnant and then saying they died. I mean, that's awful. Just even the thought, like, people really go through that. I don't care if she's watched her babies died, then she should understand that that is something so awful to say and joke about, because it's not a joke. That is a serious thing. Women hurt every day because of that. Do you think they just forget when their baby dies or when they miscarry? No. I think she's an awful person for doing that, and she really needs to figure it the fuck out. She left. Or she got fired, or whatever the fuck. She claims that she left on her own standards, whatever. That's the bitch made way out. You made your bed, you need to lie, and I don't give a fuck who said what to you. Lie in the bed you made. You thought it was funny? Well, everybody doesn't think it's funny. And if you can't stand to be confronted, that's on you. I don't know. That's just sick. And then we just had a chat with her, and she came on acting like she still ran the shit. Are we done here and bye? No. Like, you don't like to be confronted. You think you are big and bad and no, you're untouchable and blah, blah, blah. You're the firecracker. I don't know who fucking lied to her. She ain't no fucking firecracker. She's a coward. That's what she is. The day I get to meet her in reunion, I'm going to look her in the face and tell her that she is a coward and a sick human being for lying about a miscarriage. Like, if you're trying to joke, even saying you're pregnant is not a fucking joke, but it would have been better to be like, oh, psych, I'm not really pregnant, than to her to keep going, to say she's in pain and she's at the hospital, she's so scared, and says she had a miscarriage. Like, that is sick. That ain't no white lie. That ain't a joke. That's sick. Well, that's it. I don't really want to talk anymore, honestly. Like, I guess that's my vlog. Sorry, went on a tangent about it. Every time I think about it, I just get angry that somebody could do that, could lie about something like that. Babies are miracles. I hope every day that this time, hopefully I conceive, this month, hopefully I'm pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a damn good mother. I deserve another baby. And for the women out there who actually are going through miscarriages, women who have held their unborn children, well, they'd be born, and they miscarry them and they hold them because, of course, you're, like, traumatized. I've heard of people telling their experiences with it. I've had my friends explain their experiences. It's just awful. It is awful. It hurts. I know it does. I've watched people go through it. It hurts me for somebody who's been trying, for somebody to even think it's funny to lie about a miracle like that. But I'm more hurt for those women who are going to watch this and see that she lied a miscarriage, not of one life, but of two. Like, it's fucked up. It really is. And I have a giant heart. Even if I barely know you and I find out you have a miscarriage, I deliver flowers to you. I've done it to multiple people. It's something that you just can't get over. Some people go through a depression phase after that happens. Some just don't want to believe it happened, like I've watched multiple women go through it and I've seen their pain. I don't see where it's a joking matter is what I'm getting at. I hope she realizes and she truly apologizes, not that fake apology she tried giving us. Just because she's been through it, she thinks that nobody should be upset about it because she's lost baby, so nobody should be upset. That's sick. It's not all about you, Espe. There's people out there who have more pain they hold on to. Must not have hurt you as much as it does everybody else if you can joke about something like that.
I'm not about to sit there and allow, because it was Danielle, and I don't have nothing personally against her, but like she was just kind of fussing at me, and like my mom don't talk to me like that, like kind of talking like, and I felt kind of belittled in a way, so like I didn't really like that. That's why I was like,
I can't wait to watch it. I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't seen it yet, so I can't wait to actually like see that. Because I'm curious what they talked about. They said you were only there for 5 minutes. They went on for another 25 minutes. Like, what did they talk about?
Probably about me, shit.
What did Danielle, Annie, Espe, and who?
Saleana.
Saleana did not say shit the entire time.
Oh, she's
that I was there.
Something lately.
She apparently did like a video like crying over you.
Okay, but people are taking it. I don't know what is going on. I never want to make anybody cry. What was it about? Was it like sad cry?
I don't think it was about you. I think it was about like her journey being unsuccessful and trying to have a baby.
Oh.
But like it was like I think like your thing drew like stuff up from her. I don't know. I mean, honestly, most of them are like at this point. I'm glad we're wrapping up because they're all getting on my nerves. I can tell it's time to end when they're all like, I can't deal with them.
Everybody's irritating you.
Mm-hmm. Like Melissa.
Everyone moved right on from.
I went out when she came in.
Yeah.
Everybody moved right along from the Esperanza shit like real quick.
Yeah. They did. It was like, I mean, honestly, it was kind of like you just didn't exist. Like everybody just moved on.
Like we created, I mean, there was something for them to all harp on again, but then it's the same kind of shit. Like you said about like Annie, like taking something and just like running with it behind the scenes.
Like takes it.
Like literally did the same exact thing.
Now, it wasn't even that serious.
Yeah, and then like once we have another person digging into Marcus's past, like questioning people about him behind the scenes. Like Melissa went to Annie, like trying to get dirt on Marcus. I want to ask you, where have you spoken to Annie at all? No, like your friendship is like not.
I haven't talked to her at all outside of no.
I thought about it
to her. I actually dreamed about it, and I was like, I should just approach her about it and just be like.
Well, she said you're being kind of fake though, because you will like, you don't like want to do her friend, and you made up all this stuff, but then you like her post on Facebook. She's like, you should see her. She'll be there, and she'll click like. Oh,
sorry, guys. Well, yeah. We're in a show together, but that don't mean I don't like you for real. Like, okay, well, whatever.
I don't know. She's very triggered.
I don't have a real issue with her. Like, she really took it like way too far. Okay, so I can think of issues like even with my best friend in real life. Okay, her name is Lamiko. And so with Lamiko, like I can think of times I've called her on her bullshit. I've made her cry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bitch, you're being like, that's fake. Like, you shouldn't do that. Like, for example, we used to be at the club and she would talk bad about bitches, like, oh, why she got that on? And I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to get drunk and have a good time. I'm not here to talk down on people. You know, like, chill the fuck out. Like, you're feeling, to me, your insecurity is screaming right now. Like, you seem like you're insecure about yourself and you're talking shit about other females in the club and this shit looks whack as fuck. It hurt her feelings. We didn't talk for like a month. But eventually, now when we go out, guess what? She don't talk about bitches. She's chilled out with that. She came to me and was like, hey, you know, I was in a very insecure place about my weight. She ended up losing a lot of weight. So sometimes I think when you say things to people, it's not to bring harm. Even with Annie, it is what it is. She does talk shit about people. She won't say certain stuff to their face. Some things she will, but some of the things she won't.
She's
That's
upset.
not
She's
coming from a
upset that
hateful
you
place.
said.
It's like shit, it's the facts.
She's upset that you said that you didn't value your friendship with her.
Well, she was talking shit. If you saying all of this other shit and talking down on me, then I don't fuck with you no more.
All right.
She could have came in like, well, why did you feel like that was an okay joke? Or maybe you took it too far. Or, just come to me one-on-one if you felt like she didn't value the friendship because she didn't come to me at all.
Are you in touch with
I
anybody?
think that's a cop-out, man. Just, like, as if Annie fucking... It was like values like anyone's fucking friendship or anything in this group. I think
like,
that's
you
just
fuck with me for real.
Like some victim playing shit.
The same way you came out my prayers and da da da. Yeah, that was bullshit too, but whatever.
That's one of the things she's upset about you talking about.
That's fine. And people may get offended because, like I said, and I said this on the chat with them, and I was like, they were talking about the prayer thing, and I was like, I'm atheist. Like, I don't believe in none of that, and that's how I feel.
What is the status of the two of you? Last time I saw you guys in the same spot, you were threatening Esperanza to the point where Esperanza didn't want to be here anymore. So what's going on?
It was the same night that she posted the stories directed at Danielle Tony. Mm-hmm. It was the same night. So I saw him and I didn't even watch him. I just knew it was LCA related. And I fucking was in my feelings and I wanted to say something. And I actually kept it pretty tame for me.
You did.
And I don't know. I don't know
how. He was like,
I think we both just fucking
joke.
dropped the facade.
I can't remember. I just remember it started off with your fucking joke. He was basically telling me I was a piece of shit. And I was like, I'm not gonna argue. Which was what the post was about. It was about not arguing. I'm like, I'm not arguing with you. Like, this is crazy. I did open up to him and say, I am realizing. Basically, I didn't put it in this way, but I was basically saying, like, looking back on it, I realized it was a joke that was made in bad taste. I took it, too far. I shouldn't have did that. And, I'm human. I fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm a real bitch, and I can admit. I should have just been like, hey, guys, it was just a joke versus me just taking the storyline, too far. It was entertaining. However, it was in bad taste. And it just is what it is. And I had to admit that. And so from there, it just went into, me telling Marcus, like I've always told him, regardless of how mad I am at Marcus, and I don't give a fuck, because it is a love-hate relationship. But I've always told him, like, I know you'll be a great dad, just speaking life into him, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that he will be. And that was his big thing, is that he really does want to be a dad. But I've always known that. And that's something that's admirable to me, because even with me being a mom, that's not something that can the kids hear me? That's not something I wanted to.
Oh my god.
I think, I don't know.
Gotta just found my, how you're like, oh, bitch, I'm pregnant. Like, it happened.
I don't think that conversation happens between, her and anyone else in this cast. I think it, only would have happened with me. Maybe with you, Bryce. But
people that I actually probably give a fuck about in a sense, that's the only people I would care to have the conversation with.
It's interesting that you're getting heat for, you're not getting heat, but, Jessica was getting heat for, possibly being okay with Esperanza. But, I was fine with Esperanza, but nobody really said anything about it.
It was convenient for, everyone to be mad, but in the end, I don't really, give a fuck. Wasn't gonna,
I think it was
hate her for it.
Everybody's anger was taken a little bit, overboard to be okay. Guys, I get it. It was fucked up. My bad.
Started kind of weird trying to be friends with Marcus and Mel at the same time, because while I really want to not say anything, I kind of have to defend Mel because Marcus just kind of goes at her, which isn't cool. She won't even really be trying to do anything, and he just kind of snaps at her. But he does kind of take it to her. She's not working for her own personal reasons. There's serious issues that she doesn't really want discussed that have to do with her not working. So it's for legitimate reasons. She would rather be working. She likes working. And then he keeps talking about how she's a child and doesn't like to work. And that's getting pretty old. So I'm kind of trying to get him to back off. I don't think he's going to listen to me. He's Marcus. He's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. But I guess we'll see. But there's only one more week left, so it's not like she has to really put up for too much longer, and it's not like he has to really deal with her. So
it shouldn't kill him to back off and kind of just ignore her if he really can't stand her that much. But I guess we'll see how it all goes with the final week.